Marami ang nag-aalala ngayon kina Colonel Garma at Kerwin Espinosa, ito nga ay matapos nilang ilaglag ang mga kasalanan ni Bato de la Rosa, former President Rodrigo Duterte at Bongo noong Duterte administrasyon. Tila namimiligro nga daw sina Garma at Espinosa matapos nilang aminin ang lahat-lahat, kaya naman daw humingi na ang mga ito ng proteksyon kay President Bongbong Marcos upang makasigurado sila. Ayon sa palasyo, gagawin nila ang lahat upang maging maayos ang kalagayan ni Garma at Espinosa. Narito, panoorin ang video kung paano sinambulat ni Garma ang lahat-lahat.
Thank you. Sinabi mo kanina, when one of my colleagues was asking you about the list, sinabi ninyo na yung listahan, dinala po sa inyo. Would that be correct?
What we gathered, Your Honor, was that there was a meeting.
Yes, sir.
There was a meeting in Camp Crame, and our chief, the director of intelligence service then, attended that meeting, and he was given a copy. This is the list number 1 that we are mentioning in our presentation, Your Honor.
And did I hear you right na yung listahan na yun, ibinabalik nyo after checking?
Yes, Your Honor. That was the story that we got from the...
Bakit kailangan yung ibalik yung listahan na binigay sa inyo?
I think it was to validate, Your Honor, the list if the names therein were really personalities in the
So,
drug
DG,
campaign.
kayo ang validating agency ng listahan ng Camp Crame. Would that be correct?
Your Honor, we were just part of the agencies that were validating the list. I would presume that the AFP and the PNP would also be checking on the list, Your Honor.
Tapos pag binabalik sa inyo, may dagdag na pangalan.
That was the observation, Your Honor.
Thank you. Now, General Ernia,
Yes, sir.
you're now the NCRP commander, but you were formerly the head of the Directorate for Personnel and Records Management.
You're correct, Mr. Chair.
Yes. Hindi po ba ang policy, when you transfer personnel from region to region, the commanders are supposed to be asked whether they want the transfer or not?
Our policy states that you have to get the accommodation to the gaining unit, and you have to get an availability for transfer from your current unit. If you satisfy those requirements, then the order can be issued by the Directorate for Personal Records Management, Mr. Chair.
And it is only the officer who is transferred. Hindi yung lump sum na nililipat mo. Di ba? Kasi pag nagdala ka ng tao mo na 5, it is frowned upon by headquarters Camp Crame.
When I was the Director for Personal Records Management, Mr. Chair, we discouraged yung tinatawag na parang hakot, Mr. Chair.
That is why it's frowned upon.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
That's right.
Now, in the case of Colonel Patay, he was transferred from Davao del Norte, if I'm correct, Colonel Patay?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
You were transferred to NCRPO, isang team, di po ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
And then it is by order of the Chief Philippine National Police.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes. Ang tawag nyo doon, shoot out order. Walang dinaanan, basta in-implement ng DPRM. Would that be correct? Di ba? General Ernia, ganun?
Mr. Chair, there are cases that we call shoot order. And normally, it is upon guidance of, for third level, normally it's upon the guidance of the Chief PNP.
That is why I said, si Colonel Patay was transferred from Davao Norte together with his team to NCRPO and eventually to be assigned Station 6 of the QCPD. Hindi ba, Colonel Patay?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes. And then the same is true with Colonel Marcos. insofar as CIDG is concerned. He was brought and assigned to Region 11 CIDG together with his team. So kung titingnan mo yung mga movements, talagang may plano. Di ba? There's a plan na ganun ang mangyayari. And maybe that is the reason why yung si Colonel Pitalio ay na-assign sa Laguna, na-assign sa Rizal. Now, DG Lasso, can you provide this committee the areas where extrajudicial killings involving drug or drug-related killings were rampant in this country? Pwede po ba kayong magbigay sa amin dito sa committee na ito, yung mga probinsya, mga lugar kung saan maraming drug-related killings?
Your Honor, we can do that, but respectfully, I would like to seek the help of the PNP by providing us the details of the 6,252, the data on the persons who died during anti-drug operations totaling to 6,252. Why? Because of this number, only 173 was initiated by the PIDEA and 1 was initiated by NBI. 6,085 is attributed to the PNP, Your Honor. They
And
would
out
have-
of the 6,000 plus, ilan po yung high value targets, ilan yung users lang, at saka ilan yung pushers pursuant to the Tokhang operations?
Your Honor, we do not have that data with us. We will try to distinguish the victims as to how they were categorized, Your Honor.
Thank you. Madam Garma, meron po kayong affidavit at saka diagram na binigay. Pero tama po yung sabi nila, wala po kayo. Hindi po ba?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your
Now,
Honor.
how would you know these things kung wala ka sa sistema?
Nung pong umpisa po na inaayos po ni Sir sa CIDG, yung mga ganyan po, since friends ko rin naman sila, and parang nalaman ni Sir Leonardo din na kaya siya ang na-mention dahil po nagtanong sa akin si Presidente, nagkukwento po siya. And pag nandun po ako sa opisina, nakikita ko yung movement.
So lahat ng impormasyon mo tungkol dito sa war on drugs na nakalagay dito yung sa iyong affidavit at saka dito sa diagram na binigay mo, galing po lahat ito kay Colonel Leonardo in your meetings with him?
Yes, Your Honor, and yes po. And yung experience din nila sa ground as
Hindi,
na
kasi experience nila sa ground. So in other words, sa lahat ng bagay, hindi po kayo kasama pero karamihan sa detalye ng operation ng war on drugs alam po ninyo. And yet, you say, hindi ka kasama sa sistema.
alam ko po, Mr. Chair, kasi po, kami po din sa ground, nakakahalubilo ko yung R2 namin, yung mga operatiba, yan po pinagkukwentuhan. And there was a briefing na pagkausap ko siya, si Sir Leonardo, nakukwento niya yung level, sana ba yung level 1 na yan? Hindi, dahil pag level 1, ano lang yan, ordinary, nag-explain siya. I cannot recall na lang po yung specific amounts po sa lahat.
Okay.
Nag-explain po siya sa akin.
On that day, you said that you were called by the President. Dalawa lang kayo nag-usap.
Yes, Your Honor.
Tapos, hindi mo inaamin dito sa amin sa previous hearing na hindi ka malakas kay Presidente Duterte.
I don't... Hindi ko alam kung malakas. Yeah, I think so, Mr. Chair, na...
Ngayon, inaamin mo na malakas ka sa kanya. Because I can see from the scheme of things, tatatlo lang naman yung opisyal na malakas. Nandun sa level na malakas kay Presidente. Ikaw, si Colonel Leonardo, at saka Senator Bato de la Rosa. All the other officers, PNP officers, assigned in Davao, nasa ilalim pa nga ninyo eh. Tama? Kasi, Madam Garma, all the signs are there na malakas ka kay former President Digong. Kasi, sa isang ceremony sa Malacanang, where generals of the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology, Bureau of Fire Protection, and the Philippine National Police, naka-white duck silang lahat eh. At ikaw lang ang colonel, lieutenant colonel, na mapromote sa full colonel in blue attire.
Yes
And
po.
the President gave you special attention, and yet, you are very brave and blatant to say na hindi ka malakas kay former President Duterte. I would have cited you in contempt then because you were lying. Pero now that you are cooperating, aaminin mo ba ngayon?
Yes, Mr. Chair, I have...
Mabuti, inaamin mo. Ngayon, insofar as the question of the Honorable Fernandez is concerned, whether you have romantic ties with the President, I leave that to the imagination of the Honorable Fernandez. Hindi na ako magtatanong doon. Kasi kung magtatanong ako, baka umamin ka eh. Kaya ayaw ko na rin. Oh, sa totoo lang. Baka umamin ka. At anyway, yung binanggit mo na pangalan, Romel Bactat, Rodel Serbo, Michael Palma, they were all members of CIDG.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Chair.
And how did you come to know them?
I was assigned with CIDG 2005 to 2008.
And how
So-
did you know their specific assignments vis-a-vis Colonel Leonardo?
Sinasabi po nila eh.
Sino nagsasabi?
Sila po, sir. Kung nag-ipon-ipon, sir. Okay. And observe naman sa movement, paki-encode mo to, ganon. Makikita mo, okay. So, pag pulis po, chismosa po tayo. So, nagtatanong po tayo, Mr. Chair.
Kaya ako
Kaya po, nalaman
nagtataka,
ko po.
Madam Garma, alam mo ang sistema, yung general structure at saka flow ng communications at saka flow ng monetary considerations, pero hindi ka kasama sa sistema. Hindi ako makapaniwala doon, Madam Garma. Now, itong si Bactat, Serbo, and Palma were already dismissed, I think, this year, right?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Sa dami ng kaso nila. They
Yes.
were dismissed administratively because of the administrative cases filed against them. Would that be correct?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes. Now, dito sa diagram, kilala mo ba lahat yung mga tao na nandito? Dito sa ginawa mo?
Opo, Mr. Chair.
Except for alias Muking?
Sir, I was really trying to recall her first name talaga. Honestly,
Pero
I
kung
cannot.
first name, in other words, you knew her last name.
Espino or Spina, I wasn't sure. Pina-research ko rin po yung kagabi, hindi ako nabigyan ng sagot po. That's why it's a public knowledge naman
And
when you say Muking.
How did you
siya
come
po.
to know that the money came from her office going to a certain Mr. Pedro Parungo?
Sinabi po ni Pedro, sir, yung pong sinabi ko na kumakamot siya ng ulo, sabi ko, oy, bakit? Sagot niya sa akin, problema ako, ma'am, kasi marami ng pera pumapasok sa account ko, nasisita na ako. Saan galing? Galing kay instruction kunin, pinapadala ni Muking. Yun po ang sinabi niya sa akin po.
We have questioned former Commissioner Leonardo, in the previous hearings that we have had, he has always denied itong pwesto niya dito sa diagram na ginawa po ninyo. He has always denied that whenever we have asked him that question. And now, here you are stating na siya pala ang paymaster. Now, who is telling the truth between you and Colonel Leonardo?
I am telling the truth, Your Honor.
You are saying the truth na siya talaga ang paymaster.
Yes po.
Pero hindi mo alam na ang codename niya ay Eagle no tinanong ka ni Juan, ni
Hindi.
Honorable Rods Gutierrez.
Hindi po ako, kasi codename ang ginagamit nung talagang directly involved po. Hindi po kasi ako na, kaya hindi ko alam na Eagle po.
Well, alam mo
Wala
yung
akong
mga
transaction sa kanya.
sistema eh. Ako nga, wala ako sa sistema. Alam ko yung codename na yun eh. Di ba?
Yes po. Honestly speaking, I didn't know po na Eagle siya. Ang codename po niya.
Alam mo, Madam Garma, sabi ni, I learned this from our chairman, si Chairman Ace Barbers. Nabasa na yung paa mo, maligo ka na. Yun ang sabi ni Chairman Barbers. Ang ibig niyang sabihin, may alam na kami, nagsabi ka na ng konti, ibuhos mo na, maligo ka na ng todo, sabihin mo na ang buong katotohanan. Kasi, as far as this representation is concerned, hindi mo pa sinasabi lahat.
Yun po sa Eagle talaga po. I cannot recall. Hindi ko po alam na siya yung Eagle. Kasi po, code ang ginagamit ng mga nasa ground, but ako I don't use Eagle. I don't know kung sinong Eagle nga po eh.
Now,
Sir.
you have also stated in your affidavit na yung mga ibang opisyal, hindi naman lahat, na nakaka-deliver, yun ang terminology mo, ay nabibigyan ng reward ni Colonel Leonardo. Do you still cling to that statement of yours?
Ang sinasabi ko po, Mr. Chair, hindi po directly binibigay. Sometimes may na-assign na dun idadaan tapos siya magdi-distribute. May ganung setup po na nangyayari.
Ibig mo
Meron din
sabihin
po-
may ina-assign si Colonel Leonardo na tao para magbigay? Yung bang ibig mo sabihin?
Hindi ko po alam kung siya nag-assign or may nag-volunteer, I don't know. But what I am aware po is merong dun ibibigay, tapos yung officer na yun ang magbibigay dun sa chief of police or whoever is yung may trabaho. Meron pong sistema din po na rekta sa kanya. Tapos irerekta din na ibigay. So it depends po kung ano yung naging arrangement sa kanya. Yun po yung
Kung yung
understand.
provincial director ang nag-accomplish o nag-deliver, paano ang paraan para siya ay nabibigyan ng reward?
Pwedeng diretso yung PD sa kanya or may inassign po yung PD to communicate dun po sa tao niya. Pwede pong ganon. Depende po sa arrangement na gagawin po nila. Your
Pwede rin,
Honor.
hindi dadaan sa regional director? Yung PD?
Pwede rin po yun, Mr.
Hindi,
Chair.
tinatanong kita. Yung,
May ganun
hindi
pong
yung pwede ang gusto kong sagot eh. Kasi, yun nga yung sinabi ko, nabasa na nga yung buong paa mo, ayaw mo pang maligo eh.
May ganun pong pangyayari po. Pwede po, depende po sa naging arrangement po ng officer sa ground sa kanya. Kasi ang arrangement is siya po nagde-decide eh.
Would it be correct, Madam Garma, na si Colonel Leonardo was in charge basically sa mga na-assign na mga magdi-deliver sa CIDG? At si Senator Bato de la Rosa would be in charge doon sa Special Operations Group ng mga regional and provincial offices? Would I be correct?
Hindi po eh. Ang alam ko po, kay Sir Leonardo lahat po, diretso.
Kanino?
Kay Sir Leonardo po lahat diretso.
Diretso?
Yes, sir.
Yung mga nagkiklaim?
Even SOGs po. Ang
Kay
pagkakaalam
Colonel
ko
Leonardo
po.
lahat tumidiretso?
Opo. Or meron po na dedicate na officer na dun ipadaan yung pera tapos siya magdi-distribute.
And you stand by that
Yun.
on your honor?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes. Now, Colonel Patay,
Yes, Mr. Chair.
ikaw ba ay nakakobra?
Wala po, Mr. Chair. Sa MOA lang po ako at saka sa PADS, Mr. Chair. Kasi marami pong personnel sa Station 6, sumabot ng mula 300 hanggang 600. So, 1,390 po yung ano namin. Wala po akong ano doon, Mr. Chair.
Ano, no?
Wala po akong natatanggap doon, Mr. Chair.
Doon sa mga napatay dito sa Quezon City.
Wala po, Mr. Chair.
So, what you're trying to tell us is, Madam Garma is the one lying.
Hindi ko po alam yung ganun, Mr. Chair. Ganun, yung mga schemes na ganun.
Galing mo.
Kasi po, Mr. Chair, di ba po ako nasa ng Davao City, Mr. Chair?
Hindi porket hindi ka na-assign sa Davao City, hindi mo alam yung scheme na yan. It's not logical. Di ba? Bakit ako? Hindi ako na-assign sa Davao, pero alam ko na ngayon. No, following your logic, Colonel Patay.
Mr. Chair, ngayon ko lang rin narinig yung mga ganyan na, nag-confirm si Colonel Garma.
Isang conclusion lang yung nangyari. Di ba, Colonel Pitalyo? Nabukulan.
Sir.
Di ba? Doon sa linggo ninyo,
Yes, sir.
nabukulan.
Parehas kami siya ni Colonel Patay.
Na nabukulan ka rin.
Yes, sir.
How about you, Colonel Grijaldo? Nabukulan ka rin?
Hindi ko rin alam yung scheme na yun. Your Honor.
Kasi kumakalat na sa inyong chat group eh. Huwag niyong aminin na kwan eh. Na may reward. You know why? Bakit ganon? Kasi yung pagtatrabaho ninyo, it's no longer service for the country and people. It is service for profit. Yun ang nangyayari. And that would be the impression that we have insofar as this committee is concerned. You were not doing your job just because you love your job or you love this country. You were doing that job because of the reward. Di ba? Kaya kumakalat sa inyong chat ngayon na huwag aminin. Pero mas naniniwala na ako ngayon kaysa sa inyo kay Madam Garma. Kasi at stake na yung buhay niya eh. Kayo, nandiyan pa kayo. Naka-uniforme, may baril sa tagiliran. But in the case of Madam Garma, tama yung sabi niya. Kanina. Takot na siya. Marami pong salamat, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman Akop. Meron lang ako gustong i-confirm muna kay Colonel Marcos. Hindi ko ma-imagine kasi yung sitwasyon kanina when he was asked about the warrant na na-issue ng isang judge sa Samar. No? May ano yung is that a search warrant or a warrant of arrest?
Search warrant po, Mr.
Yun ang
Chair.
in-issue ni Judge.
Opo.
Search warrant.
Search warrant po.
And earlier, sinabi mo kasi, inutusan mo si SPO4 Laraga ba yun? Laraga?
Police Major Laraga po. He was Police Major din, sir.
I heard you said kanina na you ordered Major Laraga to arrest si Mayor Espinosa. Why would you make such an order? Hindi lang siya arestado, nakadetain na siya eh. So bakit ano yung what was the logic behind that order?
The main purpose of the search warrant, sir, is because of the...
No. Yung arrest order that you ordered Major Laraga to implement. Sinabi mo kasi kanina, sabi mo, I ordered Major Laraga to arrest Mayor Espinosa. Di ba nakadetain na siya?
Yes, sir, but if we will have a positive result on based on the implementation of the search warrant on illegal drugs and possession of firearms, we will also arrest him to file another case. Because it would be a separate case doon, sir, na nakakulong po siya. Kasi ibang kaso po yun, sir.
So every time na merong I am sure no when you served the search warrant, nag-coordinate kayo sa BJMP ng Albuera. Ng Albuera ba anong jail yun?
By sub-provincial jail, sir.
Yeah, but you've coordinated with them, correct?
Hindi po. Ang coordination po namin doon lang po sa Baybay City Police Station, sir. City Police Station. Yung po ang coordination
hindi
namin.
ba protocol or SOP na magko-coordinate kayo with the provincial jail warden? At saka, syempre, yung mga jail guards.
Yung po sana, sir, ang normal procedure. Kaya lang po, based po doon sa validity, sir, ng search warrant at doon sa intelligence information that some of the jail guards are already involved on the, kumbaga, nasusuhulan na po doon sa drug trade, sir. So, we would think if we will coordinate, baka, sir, ma-clean up, sir, yung lugar, wala kaming abutan doon.
So, by not coordinating with them, kasi ang feeling nyo, sila ay may connection dun sa
Drug trade, sir.
drug trade sa loob. Kaya doon kayo sa police nag-coordinate.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes,
when you
Mr. Chair.
entered the jail, the provincial jail, kanina narinig ko sinabi mo that 19 personnel kayo.
Yes po, sir. Not all CIDG. Meron pong maritime group po kami kasama.
Lahat ba yung 19 na pumasok sa jail nakasuhan?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So you were all respondents to a case? Lahat kayo?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
At you're telling us na yung 19 na yon na-dismiss yung kaso?
In RTC court, sir.
So lahat kayo na-dismiss?
Na-acquit po, sir.
I'm sorry, na-acquit. Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Kasi it's still a puzzle to me kung bakit nagkaroon ng order na magkaroon pa, kailangan pa pala ng search warrant sa loob ng kulungan, no? Isa yon. Di ba normally ang ginagawa nyo, Oplan galugad, di ba? Gagalugad, meron kayong info dun sa loob. Hindi naman kailangan na ng search warrant.
Yes, Mr. Chair. We do that also in our jail facilities sa CIDG, the Uplango Lugad. It is also a normal procedure on BJMP and Bucor, sir.
And if it's a normal procedure, yung galugad, ba't nangailangan pa kayo ng search warrant?
Based po sa justification ng provincial officer ko, si Major Laraga, he was holding an intelligence information pertaining to the drug trade on his deponent. So, dinala po niya yung pag-file ng search warrant doon sa judge, na-convince po niya yung judge na mag-issue ng search warrant para i-search po yung facility.
Yun nga, natanong niyan kanina kasi ni Congressman Paduano. Kaya paulit-ulit nga yung sagot mo. Sinasabi mo nga May order ka kasi ang pagkakarinig ko nga kanina, nabanggit mo that you actually instructed si Major Laraga to arrest the already arrested and the already detained Mayor Espinosa. Yun lang ang sa akin hanggang sa ngayon ay still a puzzle to me. Kaya ko lang natanong ulit. Yes, Congressman Paduano, you want to make a follow-up?
Mr. Chair.
O sige, si Congressman Akop.
Yun dun sa inyong puzzle. Yung puzzle po ninyo.
Yes.
Kaya nag-apply sila ng search warrant para makapasok at mapatay nila yung tao. May reward yung patay eh. Yung buhay wala eh.
Tama.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Salamat. Salamat. May I know, Colonel Marcos, meron ka bang STL?
Wala naman po, sir.
Wala ka bang, is it correct, Colonel Garma, na wala siyang STL? Basa ka na.
Mr. Chair, nung nasa PCSO pa ako, kaibigan niya po yung may-ari ng STL sa area kung saan po siya assigned. So, I think nagkaroon ng partnership when the time na detain po yung tao na may-ari nung STL.
Yan ba ay si JY Archers, Colonel?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So, you are a partner of JY Archer?
Hindi po. Bali, ang nangyari po dyan, may-ari po ng JY Archers, yung franchise owner po, problemado po siya sa pag-implement po ng franchise na nakuha niya sa PCSO. Because there are a lot of illegal gambling in South Cotabato. So, ang ginawa ko po, based po on the instruction po ng PCSO at saka ng CIDG, kasi mandated po kami ng CIDG on operating on illegal gambling, tinulungan ko po, Mr. Chair, para po ma-implement po niya yung STL franchise niya.
Sige, para hindi tayo magtagal dyan, babalikan natin ulit yan sa sunod. So, you better convince this committee, Colonel Marcos, in our next committee hearing. So, Congressman Paduano.
Chairman, just rejoin there with regards to the issue being tackled just this afternoon doon kay Colonel Marcos. Colonel Marcos, kasi na-establish na yun, di ba? May jurisprudence na with regards to Supreme Court ruling, na walang compelling reason to apply for such warrants dun sa jail. Na-establish na yun. And second is question of deponent, no? Establish na rin yun. Now, kaya nga, pinaimbitahan natin si Colonel Laragay in the next hearing at saka yung deponent nyo. Yung deponent mo na you mentioned doon sa tatlong search warrant, no, na in-applyan nyo doon sa kay Egay Alvarez, kay Mayor Espinosa at saka doon sa bahay. So para malinaw tayo doon, this will be a lesson to everyone na hindi pwede yun. At saka, establish na yun, question of deponent, dapat may direct knowledge. Wala siya doon sa kulungan. Paano, anong intel report na sa pinagsasabi niyong deponent has dapat may direct knowledge. Now, balikan ko lang po yung 5.1 billion ni Kerwin Espinosa as alleged by Colonel Marcos kanina po. Alam mo, Colonel Marcos, pinatawag ko talaga yung sinasabi mong tao from the AMLAC na nakausap mo. He's not a lawyer. Yung isa po lawyer, but a year ago, wala na po sa AMLA. Ngayon, nandito po, yung isang tao, nakausap mo rin, si Mr. Art Bacoli. Mr. Art Bacoli, kindly take the seat. Para tapusin na natin to. Colonel Marcos.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Now, Mr. Art Bacoli, are you still with the AMLA?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
I have not taken you out, please.
Not yet, sir.
Chairman, can we...
Comsec, please administer his oath.
Sir, please and raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this public inquiry, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Please, kindly state your name and your circumstances with Alma.
I am Mr. Artemio Baculi, Financial Investigator of the Anti-Money Laundering Council, sir.
Thank you. Have you met Colonel Marcos in Leyte?
Yes, sir.
When was that?
September of 2016.
Kita mo, Colonel Marcos, mas na-recall niya. Ikaw hindi mo matandaan yung kahit buwan mo lang at saka year. Now, during this afternoon's hearing, Colonel Marcos claimed that there is a 5.1 billion being freezed by AMLA with regards to the properties and cash of Kerwin Espinosa. And that data, as alleged by Colonel Marcos, came from the AMLA when you visited Leyte with Colonel Marcos. Is it correct?
No, sir.
No.
The frozen amount did not reach billion, sir.
Sorry.
The total amount frozen did not reach billion, sir.
Oh, Colonel Marcos. And it was also confirmed this afternoon when we asked the AMLA for the actual data. Eh, maliit po yung kay Kerwin. And now, the person you have met in Leyte is telling this committee that you are not telling the truth. Yung pinakita mo sa akin dito is all about newspaper reports, Inquirer.
Mr. Chair, first, mari pong nagkamali po ako sa pagkaintindi ko. Pasensya na po sa taga-AMLA. I apologize po, sir. Kasi po nung makita ko po yung newspaper clippings, kala ko po yun na po yung whole amount. Yung kasi ang labing lumabas po na news article, GMA, Inquirer, pertaining po sa laundered money na 5.1 billion. So, Attorney, pasensya na po. I apologize.
It's okay, Colonel.
And you apologize to this committee because this is an open hearing. And Colonel Marcos, kanina nga muntik na kita mapakontempt eh. Inintay na nga ako ni Chairman Akop eh. Dahil dun.
I'm sorry, sir. I apologize to this honorable committee for assuming, sir, the figure amount of 5.1 billion.
Okay. Personally, your apologies taken.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
I do not know from Chairman Akop. Anyway, Chairman, last na lang po. Ito, with regards to Kerel Bilila, pasensya na po. Kasi it's around mag-12 o'clock na po in the evening. So, pasensya po, you will be asked by the members in the next hearing siguro. No? And I just like to, yes, do you want to say something?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Pasensya na po, pasensya na po. Anyway, ganito lang po, kanina, I was so emotional when I talked to, especially those PNP officers present in this hearing. Kasi po, nakita niyo na po, si Colonel Garma has executed her affidavit. Kulang pa po. Pero alam nyo, isa-supplement yun ng iba pa. Kaya ako, I suggest, eto, depende sa inyo. Alam ko, sabi nga ni Chairman Akop, kumakalat ng text sa inyo na huwag gumamin doon sa payments. Pero pag may nag-execute ng affidavit, bahala kayo, problema niyo yan. Kasi as of now, may affidavit na kaming hawak. Kaya wala lang tayong time. Next hearing, ipapatawag namin lahat. Kasi kompleto na po kami doon. Kaya nga pati service record nyo, pinakuha ko na, kompleto na kami. Pati yung mga deaths and killings. related to drugs. But of course, we need an official record from the PDEA. Pero mayroon na po kami. Kaya nga diretso ko sinabi kanina na except for Colonel Bilila, iba yung case niya. Colonel Patay, di ba you committed last hearing during the human rights that you will submit all the list of those personnel that you brought in from Davao to QC?
Your Honor, I already mentioned some of the names of...
Hindi kompleto yun, Colonel Patay.
It was, the other names that I did not mention was mentioned by some of your colleagues. I cannot remember the name, Mr. Chair.
You cannot anymore remember?
I
the
cannot
names?
remember the name of your colleague who mentioned the names of my personnel that I failed to mention during the first meeting.
Anyway, Mr.
First hearing,
Chairman,
Mr. Chair.
may I ask the COMSEC of the Committee on Human Rights to retrieve all the list, all the names that was mentioned during the hearing dun sa Committee on Human Rights with regards to first PNP personnel brought by Colonel Patay in Station 6. Alam mo, Colonel Patay, may mga pulis dyan na mag-testify. Hindi tao, hindi mo tao. Kaya, yun yung sinasabi ko. We don't want to do this, but you have to cooperate. Now, if you don't want to cooperate, wala kami magawa. Diba? We'll be forced to follow our internal rules. Ganon din po sa mga Colonel Grialdo, Vitalio, kay Barandog, tsaka yung sa iba pa kasi next hearing, imbitahan na po namin yung iba pa. Pati mga underclass, nandyan. I hope. But of course, we cannot force you to issue an affidavit, but sabi ko na nga, siyempre, harapin yung consequences. Chairman, thank you. That's all.
Thank you, Congressman Paduano.
Mr. Chairman, before...
The second to the last is...
Hindi, ano lang to, briefly lang.
Okay. Congressman Fernandez.
Kasi sinimula mo na rin lang, naglilinis na rin tayo. It all started with the PCSO. And during our investigation, marami nag-come out na ng mga information about mga generals, mga former generals, mga colonels that are involved with the operation of the STL. Alam mo, medyo nakakalungkot to that even our PNP officials, members, ay nai-involve sa ating STL. Ang mabigat po, Mr. Chairman, yung STL na legal ay nagkakaroon ng paghahati sa legal at illegal. So, Madam Garma, may tatanong lamang po ako sa inyo. Since na andito na po tayo, nililinis na po natin ang lahat, no? Especially our PNP organization. Ito po ba si Colonel Maristelo Manalo, collector at operator ng STL sa Isabela, Pangasinan, Batangas? Can you please confirm this?
Mr. Chair, ang alam ko lang po, yung kapatid po niya.
Yung kapatid niya, ang prod niya?
Sa Pangasinan lang po ang Isabela. As to Batangas, hindi ko po alam.
Doon sa Grand 888 STL?
Kung yun ang name, I cannot recall the name. Basta po, Mr. Chair, Pangasinan and Isabela, kapatid po niya ang isa sa...
operator?
Incorporator ata.
At operator?
Operator.
Yes, o kasi yung incorporator, yung kapatid niya, tapos ang sila nag-ooperate ng mga STL doon. Correct?
Kasi po, mga 2 buwan lang po na lang ako nung nag-assume sila ng operation. So, for now, I cannot answer kung sila po. Pero kung yan, company na yan po hanggang ngayon ang may hawak po ng Isabela at saka Pangasinan. So, yun po, Mr. Chair.
Yung po sa Cebu, si Colonel Ochabe.
I'm not aware, Mr. Chair, kasi when I left PCSO, iba po ang operator po ng Cebu. Is that what Cebu, Mr. Chair? Cebu City, Cebu Province po ba ay Mr. Chair?
Yung pong dito po sa management ng Batangas, Colonel din, resign na siya. Nag-resign na sila. Ito, mga resign na to, ha? Siguro, kaya sila nag-resign dahil nga meron na silang negosyong ganito. Si Colonel Lawrence Cahipe.
Mr. Chair, I think it's not during my time po. Iba po ang may-ari na Batangas during my time po.
Pero, nag-ooperate.
I just do not know now, Mr. Chair.
Si Tony Ong ng Quezon. Kilala mo si Tony Ong?
No, Mr. Chair.
Candelaria, Quezon? Nag-ooperate din siya ng STL doon.
I have not encountered that name during my time, Mr. Chair.
Alright. Mr. Chairman, kasi maraming mga list dito and these are the prominent people that I have seen. Meron pa po dito that actually we should have discussed this kanina po, but unfortunately yun na nga po, nakatanggap tayo ng affidavit kay Miss Rohina Garma. Kaya the reason why we haven't asked the PCSO and all these officers as well. But rest assured that we will go with that, no? Unless that you have cooperated with all of us. We hope the last man standing is not a woman. Nakakaya. Isa pang babae ang tumayo para manindigan at linisin ang ating kapulisan. We hope. Sana tumayo din po tayo at panindigan na po natin ang katotohanan. Colonel Villela, wala na lang po talagang oras pero we have already they have already executed an affidavit knowing the transfer of that $100,000. So we're just reminding all of you, no, that evidence come in this Quadcom without even lifting a hand for all of us. Sana po pag-isipan po ninyo. Yun lang po, Mr. Chairman. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you. And finally, the chair of the Committee on Human Rights, Congressman Abante, you are recognized. You have 2 hours.
Sa wakas, kanina pa ako naghihintay, puro interjections tong ginagawa sa akin dito. Anyway, Colonel Garma, alam ko, pagod ka na, no? All of us are, di ba? Kaya na pa tayong 10 o'clock in the morning, no? Pero siguro, ako palagi nagra-wrap up You know, thing is this, kanina, when Congressman Chua asked you why you were crying, you said you had time for a week to reflect on these things. And because of that, you decided to change and make a formal statement, di ba? Then you said that you made mention of what the Lord Jesus said in the Bible, that the truth shall set you free. Di ba?
Yes.
The truth shall set you free. Of course, when the Lord Jesus Christ mentioned that, he was referring to his word, perfect word, holy word, while your word is not holy. But it is truthful as I can see. Mukhang nakalimutan natin kasi kanina sa affidavit mo, you mentioned that you were invited to serve as a resource person in the Quadcom regarding the investigation into the war on drugs of the previous administration, and you mentioned about the deaths of 3 Chinese inmates at the Davao Penal Colony. So will you now please tell us the truth about that? Because your name was mentioned. Now, you said the truth shall set you free. So please, tell us now the truth about those Chinese drug lords that were killed by 2 PDL, and those PDL were given 1 million pesos by a certain Art Narsoles, of which you are romantically linked. Now, please tell us the truth right now about that.
Mr. Chair, during that time po, nag-iisip sila na kung ano po yung, alam niyo sa PNP, uso yung pasalubong. Everyone, they know that, Mr. Chair, kung may darating na bagong opisyal, kailangan may impact project, like pa-impress. Isa po yan, yung 3 Chinese, Mr. Chair, na it's well, I think hindi ko narinig ang planning, but I think yan po ang naging resulta ng pag-uusap po ni Padilla when he reported to Sir Leonardo sa CIDG, because I heard him giving names, list kay Sir Leonardo, saying na involved lahat ito sa drugs. So I think dun siguro, ito po, pananaw ko lang po ha, dun siguro nag-start yung pag-conceptualize doon. And with regards to the reward, yeah, narinig ko rin po yun na may reward. Yung trabaho na yon. In fact, nakwento ni Sir Leonardo nga na nag-congratulate si Presidente.
Oh, ano sabi niyo?
Nag-congratulate si Presidente
Narinig niyo yun?
Yeah, kinuwento niya sa akin.
Nakwento ni
Yes,
Colonel
sir.
Padilla.
Nagkwento si Sir Leonardo sa amin. Marami nakarinig niyan, sir.
Okay.
So, dun ko nalaman
inaamin mo that
most
you
likely
knew
nga.
all about it and you were involved? Is that what you're saying?
Hindi po ako involved, but I heard na lang po na ganun yung nangyari at may pa-thank you na nangyari na nakausap si Padilla according to Sir Leonardo na ginawa daw ni Presidente, which is yun naman din nasabi ni Padilla, kaya baka ho, totoo. Wala po ako doon nung nangyari yun, but kinuwento kasi.
At least you mentioned some truths to it, no? Of course, you knowing Art Narsoles,
Yes po.
who was very much involved, even in the giving of the reward. Narinig niyo yun, di ba?
Yes, sir. Kilala ko siya, sir. Actually, during that time po, wala na po kaming relationship.
Wala na.
That time po na nangyari yung sa Chinese po, wala po kami.
Do you know where he is now?
Hindi ko po alam, Mr. Chair.
Kasi iniimbita namin siya, walang nangyayari. Anyway, I'm so glad that you said something about that. Now, how about the death of General Wesley Barayuga? Tell us the truth about
Yes, sir.
that.
I don't know, sir, kung you can come up with a theory on this. But as,
No, I'm not very into any
I'm
theory. I do not want a
explaining-
theory. I want the truth.
Yeah, I am explaining kasi up to now, puzzle din po sa akin. After I heard the testimony of General Pinili that he talked with Yusek Kitain and Senator Bongo, dun ko pinagpitakpi yung sarili kong analysis on dun po sa information. Because po March, when the President announced that I will assume as General Manager of PCSO, si Dongail po, na classmate ko, ay nag-text sa akin. Clarence Dongail, who is nasa Bilibid po, Mr. Chair. Nag-text siya sa akin na, "Oh, Bok, magpi-PCSO ka na pala." Sabi niya. Ay, hindi, text po, tawag po yun. Magpi-PCSO ka na pala, gumanon.
Sino sabi sa'yo?
Clarence Dongail po. Clarence Dongail. That time po maraming tumatawag na classmate ko sa akin. I do not know kung saan nila kinukuha ang phone number ko. I think everybody knows my phone number during that time. He called me. Sabi niya, magpi-PCSO ka na. Alam mo ba na ang board secretary niyo dyan ay involved sa drugs? Sabi ko, oh? Sabi ko, oo, tinago lang ng mga class 83 yan dyan. That's his term to me. Tapos sabi ko, hindi ko alam yan. Sabi ko, oo, kasi yung mga, nagkwento na siya, sir, marami na siyang kwento. So, ang ginawa ko lang, sir, I relayed it kina, sir.
And he mentioned the name of General Barayuga.
Opo, sabi niya, Barayuga, kasi napang-abot daw niya po. Nagpang-abot niya po nagpang-abot po sila daw sa kung saan yung na-assign pa si General Barayuga at saan siya na-assign din noon nung junior officer pa siya before siya nakulong. So what I did only, sir, since I don't have the resources to validate or whatever, I just nirelay ko lang po ang info for validation.
It's common knowledge, Colonel Garma, that you and General Barayuga has some altercations, di ba?
No, Mr. Chair.
That there's some things that you do not agree on.
No, Mr. Chair.
Okay?
Okay
yun?
po.
Ano yun? Ano yung
Okay po
totoo?
yung friendship namin ni Sir Barayuga. We don't argue, we didn't argue, Mr. Chair.
So you do not argue with him as far as the operations of the STL is concerned?
Wala po kasi siyang hand doon. Board secretary po siya. He just handles yung mga board resolution, take notes of the board meeting. No decision making, Mr. Chair. So,
Is it true that you were the one that provided the pictures of Barayuga to Lieutenant Colonel Mendoza?
no, Mr. Chair. I did not.
You did not provide any picture at all?
No, Mr. Chair. I did not.
Okay.